This is Esther Lewars, Student Information Services Department. So, the last time we had our first Chit Chat WebEx for the school year, I recorded a recap meeting, and guess what? I did not unmute myself. So, recorded this long message that I thought I was going to share with the clerks because we got feedback stating that, sometimes we have these meetings, but some clerks aren't able to attend for various reasons. And so it would be good to have some type of follow up document that would inform clerks what happened during the chit chats. And so I thought, okay, why not just do a video? I even had a name for it and everything. I think I called it From 60 to 6 minutes. So, having a recap of what we covered in our 1 hour meeting down to like 6 minutes. So I did a full recording. The next day I came back and looked at it and there was no audio. So, anyways, I'm going to try to do that again. We had a chit chat yesterday on September 28th in between our NJASSA meetings. And so I just wanted to today do a quick recap of what we covered and to also remind you of our upcoming validation meeting next week. So I am going to share my screen. And yeah, so from 60 to 6, let's see if I can do this. So we talked about our resources that are online on our student support web page, our SIS Power School Support web page. You can get to it from the district's website under the employees menu and go into Power School Support. So we talked about some important dates, the data management expectations that live within our unified data management reports, some reports that you can run to prepare for the upcoming progress report, which is, talked about in our important date, and the September newsletter, which is on our website. So NJ Smart review and training occurred this week. Next week will be our validation session. So that is going over each school's report in a more detailed manner than we did this week, where we just did an overview and provided assistance where necessary. And then the first report for the 2023-24 school year is the Q1 progress report. So we want to make sure that we have our reports ready to be sent out via document delivery and printing on October 4th. So how do you update your document delivery message? So you do that by going into your Power School. On the left side, you will see the setup section. Under that, find school, click on document delivery, and then you will be able to copy over the existing message from the document delivery message that we have. And I will try to show you that, but trying to limit my time here. But make sure that you copy the message from the document support document that we have, document delivery message document that we have, and enable your document delivery. All right, so that's how you set up document delivery to make sure that your message is updated and the message that the parents receive reflects the report that they are receiving. And then the other key message that was shared during the meeting was to look at some existing reports that you can use, you and your administrators can use to see how ready or prepared your school is to meet the progress report deadline. So the reports are under PSCB Dev Reports. This is a new link that is now available in Power School for this school year. Look for the grading section. So at the very top, you will see a section that says grading PT Pro gradebook, and then some reports that you can check out. If you have time, you can run all of them and see what they give you. But look at the one that says class category, class grades and comments, gradebook categories. So remember, last year we changed the categories to only summative and formative assessments. So any assignment that is created in a gradebook that needs to be a part of a student's grade need to have one of these categories. If they do not, the grade will not be included in the student's final grade. So if a teacher's saying, oh, I'm putting all these grades, I'm putting in all these assignments, but they are not calculating, it's because they're using the wrong categories. So an assignment, when created, must use either the formative assessment or summative assessment category. So there are two reports you can run to see what are being used in the grade books. And then, you know, the grade book missing grades will show you if which students are missing grades. It's now September 28th. I'm not sure when you will watch this, but you know, school has been in session for a couple weeks, so teachers should have already started to enter some type of grade in the grade books, and especially in preparation for progress reports, there needs to be some grades in the grade book. And the last one is the class grades and comments. So that shows you definitely who is ready, who has comments in the grade books for progress report. Progress report. Progress report is comment based, so we need for all students to have a comment in their final grade so that those can go out on the progress report. So that was the key of the chit chat that was held on Thursday, September 28th. The other important information that wasn't necessarily talked about in detail was the fact that next week we're going to continue with the NJSSA, NJ SMART process, but again, this time it'll be more in depth. We're going to continue with the same schedule that was used this week. So on Monday, we look forward to our East Central schools. On Tuesday, we will have our high schools. Then on Wednesday, North and specialized schools. And then on Thursday, we will finish up with our Southwest schools coming back for the validation process. You're going to use the same links that we used this week. And yeah, so in the meantime, you should be cleaning up your data, running all of those unified data reports, making sure you have no demographic errors, no entry exit code errors. When re-enrolling students, make sure are creating records, syncing records from Schoolmint. The students who are new to the district do not have an entry code, so we must update those entry codes to reflect where the student was last in school. If they're completely new to the district, whether you're coming from out of the country or another state, no, if they're coming from out of the country and they're completely new to the district, they must have a code of E1. Do not use R7 for re-enrolling. Re-enrolling means that they were previously in the district, left, and is coming back. So all new students need to have an entry code of E1. So that is it for me for today. Again, make sure you set up your document delivery message. And I'm going to see if I have time to quickly go into PowerSchool and just show you how to do that. So I am at a school under setup on the left side here. Click on school. Click on document delivery. Make sure that you update the letter. So it's Barrington High School progress report. Q1 or Q1 progress report, something of that sort. On our support website, and I mentioned that you can get to this from our NPS website, employees, PowerSchool support. Go to PowerSchool support, info and resources. And I'm going to scroll down. You'll see a section that says document delivery. Let me maximize this. So the document delivery guide tells you exactly how to set up your progress report. I'm sorry, your document delivery. And let's see, open in a new window because I added a code. yesterday to this document. So during our meeting, Denise asks, how do we find the students who have not opted in? So I'm going to get to that in a second. So this is the guide that tells you how to set it up, right? And this is the document delivery messages. So each time there's a new report that's due, we update this with the messages. So you find your school. So I'm at Barringer. I would come here, copy this, and then paste it in here. So I'm going to go back here. I want to copy this. Not that, copy. Go back to the preferences, erase everything that's here, or just paste it. So this is the message that we want to include. And then you would click submit. I'm not going to submit anything, but that's what you would make sure is included for your document delivery. And you want to make sure that this button is checked as well. Okay, so on each student's profile, there is a way to see whether or not a child has document delivery enabled. So for the purpose of this recording, I will not go to a student's profile. So when you click on a student, there is a link that will say document delivery. If it is blank, you need to make sure that you either copy their parents' contact email from their contacts or look in Schoolmint and update their profile to make sure there is an email in document delivery so that they will be able to get the message. There is also an option to make sure that each student on that same page has the option opt-in selected. And I added a search query to that document delivery guide where you can enter it, and this might show some student information, but it will show a list of students who do not have that opt-in information selected. So you would find those students, click on there, make sure that, you know, it is checked and that they have an email address if they're active students. So that's it for me. I don't know if I went too fast, but yeah, set up your document delivery, run the reports to make sure that teachers have, make teachers aware, right? We did send out some principal points and teacher talk. So, you know, everybody should be aware that progress reports go out next week. That's it. Any questions, please contact me, Esther Lewars, in the Student Information Services Department. My other colleagues are Dr. Let's see, I need to make sure that I say his name correctly. We have a new team member that has started to work with us, and I just want to make sure that I am pronouncing his name correctly. But we have Dr. Adnan Hizad, right? I think I said it correctly. So he's the person that will be working with the elementary schools here in the on the SIS team. And then we have Babu Yalamanchili and Pat Pontiero, who supports the high school. And of course, Darren is our director. So any question, please reach out to one of us regarding any of the things that I spoke about today. And we will see you next week for the NJSSA validation process.